Good afternoon, everyone. It's an absolute honor to be closing speaker here today. First, I want to thank my beautiful family who traveled so far just to be here tonight. And to the incredible speakers who came before me, thank you for your brilliance, your stories, your ideas. I'm truly honored to follow in your footsteps this afternoon. And to the TEDx student and faculty coordinators, thank you for the heart and time and care put into making this event so special. Now, I want each of you to take a second to think. What was the very first thing you did when you woke up this morning? Now, don't lie. If the first thing you did was check your phone, please raise your hand. There you are. Now keep your hand up if you've ever picked up your phone just for a quick scroll, but before you know it, a few minutes turn into hours. And when you finally snap out of it, you're hit with a wave of guilt followed by a mind-numbing fog, almost like your brain is slowly rotting away. Now take a look around. You are not alone in this struggle. All right, so y'all can put your hands down. So for the many of you who raised your hands, you've already experienced being lured right into the digital labyrinth. Howdy, y'all. I'm Alexander Sica, and don't worry, I'm not here to hit you with that tired old advice to just touch grass or get rid of your phone. Because that's just not happening, especially in this digital age. So instead of trying to resist the inevitable, I'm here to show you how to navigate this ever-luring digital labyrinth, where algorithms lurk like minotaurs, tasked with just one thing: to keep you trapped and wandering forever. But before we can map our way through it, we first need to understand how we ended up here in the first place. Now, there's no question. From the moment we're born, we are all wired for connection. Psychologists call this the attachment theory. It's the natural instinct in infants to form deep emotional bonds with their caregivers. And for generations, those bonds were built through small and often overlooked moments. The warmth of a parent's hug, the sound of their voice, and that comforting gaze telling you, even before words are understood, you're safe, you belong, you're loved. But today, something else is competing for that critical bond. Newborns are cradled in one arm, while a smartphone glows in the other. Toddlers reach for tablets before they can even walk. And by the time they can form sentences, they already know how to swipe, tap, and casually consume digital content. Don't believe me? Just take a look around at any public space nowadays. Airports, restaurants, maybe even in the audience today. iPad kids are everywhere. And in the digital age, this crucial bond in a child's development, it's shifting from parents to pixels. And as our habits evolve, so does the illusion of choice. We all like to believe we're in charge of our digital experiences, choosing what we scroll past, what we click on, what we engage with. However, that choice, it's seemingly becoming more and more of an illusion in this digital age. Every swipe, every tap, every pause, it feeds into a system designed to study us, our habits, our impulses, our lusts. The labyrinth's walls begin to rise, shift, and warp with every step we take, silently reshaping just beyond the pixels. And the more we mindlessly wander, the tighter this maze becomes, subtly leading us down paths that are further and further from the exit. And the scariest part, most of us don't even realize it's happening. A 2022 study by the Pew Research Center found that nearly 80% of people believe they are making truly independent choices about the content they are consuming. But after analyzing their browsing history, the study found that the most engaged in content that was in fact algorithmically recommended. Now, it's not just that we're being lured through twists and turns. It's that we don't even realize it. But the illusion of control isn't the only trap we fall into. The digital labyrinth is smart. It also preys on one of our deepest vulnerabilities, our insatiable need for validation. In this digital age, our self-worth is measured in likes, comments, shares. It's no longer just about scrolling. It's about being seen. And in the past, validation came from relationships, from family, from friendships, in-person connection. But today, that sense of worth, it's been hijacked from algorithms, and it's not by accident. Social media doesn't just offer artificial validation. It manufactures it. It uses instant gratification as its weapon of choice. A 2021 Harvard study found that likes and notifications trigger a dopamine release, a powerful reward chemical in our brains. But here's the catch. The more hits we get, the harder it is to satisfy. But dopamine is not the problem. It's how we've been trained to use it. And here's the shift. With intention and consistency, we can rewire these very same chemicals to work in our favor, not against us. Now, back in high school, when I first got serious about fitness, I wanted results fast. I thought if I'd slash the calories low enough, I'd have abs by the end of the week. But instead of getting shredded, I crashed almost immediately. And I ended up binging Oreos and chocolate milk instead. Now, what actually worked was actually quite the opposite. By starting small, in a slight calorie deficit, and setting one goal each day to hit a workout, then slowly progressing over time, that's finally when the results came. Now, something I've learned in my years of training is that real, lasting change does not come from the extremes. It comes from small wins that stack over time. There's a phrase for this, Kaizen. It's a Japanese philosophy about continuous improvement through small, consistent steps. No shortcuts, just progress, brick by brick. And the same thing applies to your dopamine. You don't have to just cut it out. You have to stop overdosing on it and start using it in ways that reinforce discipline, not distraction, so that it can reward habits that build you, not numb you. And that first habit, well, it starts the moment you wake up. So own your mornings. Your mornings, they set the tone for your entire day. So here's what I do. First, I wake up at the first snooze of my alarm, hop out of bed, then I make it. No snooze, no second guessing. Then, I take a glass of water with electrolytes and lemon juice. No caffeine, just hydration. Next, I take an ice cold shower. No hesitation, just straight into the cold. And lastly, I take a final step outside and get some sunlight on my eyes. No sunglasses, no screens. Now, these habits, backed by science and personal experience, boost my energy, focus, and mood. But most importantly, they work for me. Now, it's up to you. You can choose your routine. It could be anything, journaling, meditating, hitting a workout, anything that leaves you feeling proud of the morning, towards your goals. Or you can just reach for your phone and shamefully scroll away another day that is not promised. Now, you've all probably heard of the saying, you are what you eat. Well, I hope that doesn't come as a shocker, but that very same thing applies to your digital diet as well. Now, that is why I break my priorities into 3 core pillars. The first one being health. Your physical and mental health are the foundation. Because if your body and mind are in ruins, how can you possibly expect to build a company, stay ahead in your field, or most importantly, show up for the people who matter most? Entrepreneurs love to brag about sacrificing sleep and working insane hours. But what's the point of all that money if you're too drained to live that life that it was meant to fund? Your health isn't just a priority. It is the prerequisite. Number 2, wealth. Now, I believe every single person in this room was born to be a master in their uniqueness. Each has a unique combination of skills, passions, and potential that no one else on this earth possesses. And because only you are equipped to solve that, I believe it's one's mission in life to discover it, own it, and become the absolute best at it. Turning your purpose into something real, something meaningful. And for me, that means trying to build my startup, something truly valuable that I believe I can also bring to the people. And that's also what brought me here, standing in front of this stage, in front of such amazing people, to share not just an idea, but a responsibility. Nevertheless, knowing your purpose just isn't enough. You have to actively and intentionally design it. That is why I have separate emails for every area that I hope to master, whether it be fitness, business, AI, investing, even one for my hobbies. Because if I'm going to be bombarded with personalized ads and content, They better be making me sharper and pushing me towards my goals. So instead of living on the recommended and For You page, I challenge you to take action by taking control. Now, with artificial and general intelligence on the horizon and the rising fear of jobs being replaced by machines, the last pillar is one that I believe hopefully AI will never replace, and that's love. Love is why we build our health and wealth in the first place. We grind, we push, we sacrifice, but for what? More clicks, more likes, more fleeting distractions? In a world designed for passive consumption, the most powerful thing you can do is create something valuable, something that leaves this world truly better than before. And that is why the framework of health, wealth, and love keeps me grounded. Because in my opinion, true success is not measured in what we gain, but what we can give back. Now, last but not least, the 5-second check. Now, I want each and every one of y'all to take out your phones. If you have an iPhone, I can walk you through something. And so I want you to do this. The next time you find yourself reaching for your phone impulsively, I want you to take a second to think and count to 5. Why am I picking this up? If there's no real reason, just put it down. And if you're still finding it too tempting, well, there's no shame. Just make it a little less appealing. So here's how to do it. Switch your phone to grayscale and start using Do Not Disturb more often. Because app designers, they fine-tune every color, every sound, every notification just to hijack your attention. And when you strip away the colors and silence the pings, you're not just reducing your distractions, you're reclaiming your free will. So for your iPhone users out there, go to your settings, go to your accessibility center, then go to display, then to text size, then to your color filters, and then hit grayscale. And for Android, well, I do not have an Android, so you're just gonna have to watch a YouTube video. Now look, the algorithms, they will not stop tempting. The notifications will keep luring. And the doom scroll will never end, not unless you decide it does. So I challenge all of you today to audit your content, your routines, so that you can reprogram your digital life to have it start serving you and the 3 pillars. Because in a world hell-bent on distracting you, you face one choice every morning. Build your dreams brick by brick, or keep wandering into the digital labyrinth. The choice is yours. Thank you. Yeah!